was new to 7 Days to Die, and I didn't know what they had changed, and I didn't know what they had implemented, what was new. I didn't know of older systems and stuff like that. I also keep an eye on how much she bleeds out, because I remember the old style of bleeding out to be actually pretty decent. Okay, there it goes. I need to kind of like shack up on a roof for the night, because I really don't have gear at this point. But yeah, I would like to know if, you know, buildings layout of loot and stuff like that is really better and stuff in the older games or not. Because I did a lot of building. Like, I don't know if I've got my proper 18 base, but I redid it in 21. I redid my base, so this is like my style of like enjoyment of building and stuff, right? So like I took over the water tower thing. This is a recreation of my first base that I had, and I had my first base on 18. So I did a lot of building, and I liked that, right? But like I would spend just forever going like cutting down trees, planting them. I'd go and mined iron and, you know, upgrade everything to cement and fucking iron and all that sort of stuff. Like, I enjoyed that aspects of the game, and I found that like I just about fucking couldn't, because I was constantly dealing with screamers. I was constantly like, you can go into any house and find like the same shit, like a loot crate thing, cache thing. I also love how the random gen, I'm looking at this as it's rendering in, but I love how the old random gen roads do that shit. I want to get over there and have a look at that, actually. I miss that crap too. You know, when the roads went wonky? Crap like that. But yeah, I liked a lot to do with the older game. I also loved like the color of this when it was more like blackened. Look at it, it's so pretty. The newer ones are like, mind you, it could just be because it's in the shadows. But yeah. So pretty. I want to look through this house if I can, because it's kind of getting a bit late. I don't know how far these guys can see me. I also like the stupider zombies, you know, where the zombies are kind of like mindless corpses that are just roaming around, and they're a problem because they're numerous and, you know, can get you infected and stuff if they happen to hit you and cause an infection and shit like that. Instead of being like, oh, they're smart enough to like break a wall and turn the wall into a staircase so that they can climb up to wherever you are, like on the roof and stuff like that. Like, I don't mind them being smart, by the way. I think that having like one or two in there being brighter than the others would make it really fun. But I just, I don't think that they should all be that coherent, you know. That one's more of a me problem thing with that. But I've heard a few people be like, oh, you know, when they bring out the bandits and stuff, those should be the ones that have like the intelligence for pathing and stuff, and the zombies should be a bit brainless, which I kind of sort of agree with that logic. I think that makes sense. But I also don't look forward to when they bring out the bandits, because I don't want to be up against like NPCs and shit. If I'm playing the game, it's to survive against zombies. If I'm up against other players, I'm up against other players. I didn't realize there was two of them here. I can't get out of this corner. Mates, you're gonna send me somewhere. You're gonna send me somewhere at night, and I don't want that. I could put my bedroll down and we could maybe survive this. I also kind of like the fact that these guys are like sort of half decent to fight. Was that door stuck? Yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of figure if I'm going to go up against NPCs, I would rather have the option of not. Like, the thing with 7 Days to Die is I kind of feel like the world is very empty and stuff. You make it feel populated and full by having other players and stuff. Obviously, like, some people don't enjoy that. I also like the fact that the zombies are they're asleep in here, and, you know, they're kind of deactivated because, you know, they've not seen people moving around for fuck knows how long. Let me just shut that. Yeah, they haven't. Oh, it's a cowboy zombie. Fuck yeah. But yeah, like, they haven't really been activated to be awake and fight and stuff like that, you know? What's it, that's how I've always felt. It's about 7 days to die. Oh, mate. Okay, well, he is doing a bit of the crotch eating stuff, but we can forgive that. It's a bony dude. He just needs some fucking blood and guts. Rehydrate him. He basically needs a cup of water to put himself out. Alright, where the fuck did I end up with? I do like the respawning instantly thing. I like that a lot. I need to... Ah, that looks like... I don't know, it might be burnt area. No, it's wastelands. Oh, fuck. Wastelands, bombs, dogs, bears. This is going to be bad. But I should be able to, if I don't blow myself up on a mine, I should be able to get up on like a building corner and be okay. Not that one. I know that one's bullshit. There's a church around the corner that's hard to get onto. So I should be okay with that. I've also got drop nothing on death, by the way, if you're wondering. But I don't really care that I'm dying. I have that on all of my versions anyway. Just because I use it as kind of a fast travel. I felt vacious. Yeah, I kind of just like the fact that, like, you kind of... At least for me, I feel very much like I am one of the very few people that still exists in this world, and I'm trying to survive. And there is definitely a lot more zombies than there are people. I feel like when they bring in the raiders, right, I feel like what's just going to happen with that is it's just going to be like planned targeted waves of attack, right? Like, you know how you know that on the 7th day you've just got to kind of like get yourself somewhere safe and try to like fight off as many zombies as you can and shit like that. But I have like the fucking screamers on every midweek. Oh mate, can you die? There we go. On the middle of the week, I'm dealing with like a horde of screamers. Oh, fuck that. No. I don't know if you guys saw the bear, but I don't need to. Oh, fuck off, dog. No. I'm gonna go with... I said I don't want this building, but I want this building way more than I want to deal with that dog. There's a few things in this game oh shit, mate. If you can take me out of this wastelands or not, I need boxes. Frames, yes. Oh mate. Yeah, I know I'm bleeding out. I'll have to deal with this. Evil ass bird. Yeah, the birds actually like get you properly infected and shit in here, but like I also love these. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking miss these when these disappeared. Like getting the frames and then having to upgrade the frames to, you know, the normal, the box thing, the cube, and then having to, like, hold on. I actually have a hammer. Let me double with this. I want to get rid of that. But, what number does it go? It goes up to 8. Okay, so it definitely is missing a couple. Okay, box to cube. Oh, man. I need some cobblestone, I need some cement, and then I need it to be wet cement, and beautiful. I also obviously miss the jars and shit. I was one of those people that was highly offended by the lack of jars. But like I used to have like systems in place to deal with like getting enough water so that we could craft enough. I didn't like being bottlenecked by that. I also, back when I was playing 18, I never got a real chance to play with like a bow and arrow or anything. I'm pretty sure, by the way, by the layout of this house, they should be able to get through this roof. So I'm not safe up here. I'm just safer than over there with the dog. I was going to go on top of the church. So it's one of my favorite buildings in this game because I used to, not this specific one, but like over... I don't know if I can zoom in a bit, but over where you've got that big circle in the top bit there, I used to make a sniper's nest for Blood Moon. And that's where I'd be up in there. And so because the floor is such a big POI and there's a basement and stuff, like they just couldn't really like break it down. I also would put like a shit ton of spikes around it and stuff. I thought the bow was iconic of this game, popular and easy to craft. It is. Where are you coming in, mate? I accidentally went backwards then. I just never used it in 18. I got a sledgehammer really, really early. I got a sledgehammer and I got a pistol really early in the game. And that's all I used. I used the sledgehammer and all sorts of stuff because I was new to 7 days. Oh, look at the particles sliding down too. Oh, did you guys see that? Look closely here. See the particles? Oh, that's nice. You know they don't have that in the fucking later ones. Now, I know you guys are damaging this. I kind of want to kill you guys before it becomes nighttime. How many am I dealing with? A couple. What are you? You look like the doctor one for a second there. I don't know if they can get up to me, but I know that if they hit through the walls hard enough, they probably will. Okay. I don't think I can reach either of you two from up here. Like, I don't give a shit about the stuff that they changed in the way of, you know how the zombies can, like, crawl through stuff now? Like, I miss having, the nurse zombie. I miss having, like, whatever the fuck you are, with, like, the regular shirt and stuff. Just normal zombies. The YouTube streams? Yeah. Indeed, Vape Games. I've, started multi-streaming as of, like, sometime in last month. These guys will probably get through here throughout the night, by the way. I'm just, like, tossing up if there's somewhere safer to go. Yeah, how the fuck you been, man? Yeah, I never got to use the bow in this. They sound like they broke something then. I should probably make a bow now. See how that goes. Like, I didn't care so much about, you know, the system that forces you to craft a certain thing in a certain order. Oh, mate. No. Or... Also, like, in 1.0, obviously, they can stand on top of each other and hit up to 4 blocks and stuff like that. I got one of them on fire. Nice, okay, I might be able to hit them from here. I might not need the bow. But, I know that, like, they brought in, they can crouch and crawl and do all sorts of stuff. I did think that that was cool. I just, don't care. It's like, generally speaking, oh shit, fuck, that is dark. I don't want to put this down though. It's kind of too dark to... Okay, I can hit you from here. It's too dark to put this down. That's another thing too, is look how dark the night is. Oh my god. It's actually like genuinely so fucking scary dark and stuff. I also like the old game for like how genuinely kind of scary it was. You know, like, you go through a building and you wouldn't know where all the zombies are, or what zombies you're gonna deal with and stuff like that. Like, you can't just see them necessarily. Like, they are kind of like preloaded in, but they're not hiding in walls bullshit. You know, like, how many houses in this world of 7 days are built with, like, packaged walls that zombies can hide in? Like, how many people have got stowaways in their house? Like, what the fuck? You know? Sorry, let me have some of my drink. But yeah, I feel like that doesn't feel right. Like the jump scare that they just pop out of a wall kind of thing. Like, I don't mind it occasionally when they come out of a cupboard or like, you know, something like that, or there's actually a house that's designed to look like it might be hiding people and stuff like that. I think that that's a cool thing. But like, the new idea of you can't tell how many zombies are in a place because you walk into a room and bam, they come out of gaps in walls or holes in the roof. Like, I cannot see the ground. I don't know about you guys, but I can kind of see that building. I can see that little bit of trash, but I cannot see what is down there. I'm so glad I'm on a roof. I'm really glad I'm on a roof. There's no way I want to be down on the ground day one in the fucking wastelands. I also don't want to be in the wastelands either. Although, I don't know, it's brightening up a little bit now. I can see a bit. There's the moon. Oh yeah. I also do miss, like, how pretty the fucking night sky looks. Like, look at that shit. Like, it's not perfect or anything, but my god, is that pretty. And the stars, if you focus on a spot, you can see, like, the clouds and stuff move past. Calm down, love. It's not like that. Like, I spent a good amount of time in the old original, like, this kind of my first game, sitting in the nighttime, and I'd like sit somewhere and I'd be like crouched down in the dark, and look, I'm at 6 at the moment. So there are zombies around, but they can't really like super see me. If I put a box around me, it'd probably go down to like 1 or a 0. They'd probably stop hunting me. Mind you, I have pissed off these couple and stuff, but I don't remember if back in this version if they run through the night or not. I'm pretty sure they do. Like, you know how sometimes you can be just looking out into a field and you just get like a group just run past and stuff. Back in this version, I feel like it was genuinely fucking terrifying, you know? And I don't know if that's just because I was a new player or if it genuinely was the feels kind of thing. Because I saw a bear and I saw a dog and I went no immediately. Whereas I probably would have taken on the dog in a regular, newer version. And definitely not the bear, I'm not that stupid. But I also miss that the bears in 1.0 and probably 2.0 as well are all normal bears. Like, I know every time I say normal bear, I think of like Avatar and stuff, right? They're just like a normal classic bear, right? But in the Wastelands, they should be like all the undead bears. Like, a lot of the creatures out here should be absolutely just dead, you know? I just feel like they changed some things that don't kind of make sense in like the logic of what they did in the world kind of thing. Hey Bolfon, still haven't played 1.0. Honestly, I feel like you're not missing anything. I feel like before it released, the game was still just like, the game was enjoyable. This is where you're breaking. Oh my god, I can't see. Hold on. Let me get this out because I can't see for shit. They're destroying all along here. And she just broke something inside. Not sure why I'm not testing it out, but something is holding me off. I don't blame you, honestly. Like, I'm actively not playing 2.0 because there's just shit involved with it that just... As I kind of learnt more and more about what was in it and what people were, like, coming across, I was just like, no. I don't want to tolerate that. Like, in heavy brackets... tolerate. I wouldn't be playing the game, I'd be tolerating aspects of it, you know. I just want to play the game and enjoy it for as it is and stuff. Like, this is genuinely horrible. I can barely see the zombies. There's like 2 down here. There's like 1 guy right there moving around there, and there's like, I saw a guy across the road, but he might have gone out of my focal limit, or he might be standing still. I can't tell, but he's over here somewhere. Oh no, there he is. He's over there. It's so dark I can barely see where the fuck they are, you know? Video games should be fun. That's a bold position. Yeah, but the other thing too is that, like, you know, as a streamer, I do feel at least somewhat compelled to play the version to be like, oh, you know, showcase what it is and do the thing and stuff. But like, I kept saying, I'm like, all I feel like I'm gonna do is bitch non-stop playing it. And like, I know that you guys asked at the very beginning, which is why we had like probably, I would say 20 minutes of non-stop complaining. Is like, you guys asked me what it was about like 2.0 that I wasn't enjoying for me to not want to play it and stuff. But like, apart from that, like, there's a lot of stuff about 7 Days to Die that I love. I really loved the game. I enjoy the game a lot, but like, I played 20 experimental when it came out, not really knowing fully what that meant. I played 20 when it like fully released, and I didn't get too much out of it. I found it kind of like slow and frustrating in the sense of like, I replay early game really slow, so I didn't enjoy being slowed down more, like held back in ways of crafting certain stuff that I wanted and needed. Then they released the game and I didn't bother playing experimental. I just waited till it released. I played the release, and all I was finding was I was not enjoying myself while I was playing it. I was playing it, but I felt like I was going through the motions every week when I played it. and trying to find purpose in it and stuff, and trying to deal with the complications that had been added and stuff. Like, I felt like I was perpetually always looking for fucking magazines. Oh yeah, you finally back up here. Good. I don't really want to open this, but it lets me hit you. Maybe. There we go. Like, yeah, I don't know. And I was kind of, as I said, I was kind of excited about 2.0 when I heard about there was going to be like storm weather events, because I'm like, that'd be kind of cool, you know, add in that, you know, there might be things that are harder to see or survive through and stuff like that. But then I saw how it was implemented, how you're supposed to get around it and stuff, and then the special kinds of zombies that are coming up. Hold on. I don't need a dog to be in this. I'm hearing a dog now and I'm getting concerned because the dog will fit through this. But yeah, no, I just, I was getting progressively more annoyed with the information I was getting about what I was going to have to do to play this game, and I'm like, I don't want to play it. But I felt really conflicted because I also knew that, like, I had some friends and my cousin and my partner and stuff want to play it with me and would actually give us a chance to play as a group again, which has been a really long time since we've done that. But I was just like, I don't want to play it. And yeah, I'm like, fuck it. I kept saying, if it pisses me off enough, I'm going to roll it back to one of the previous versions because the graphics aren't going to bother me. 7 Days to Die graphics have always kind of been a bit meh. So it doesn't really bother me with that. But the mechanics of the game, if the mechanics of the game are more enjoyable, I can tolerate older graphics because, as you guys know, I like older games. I'm playing like fucking Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is a fucking 20, 30-year-old game. I think it's like a 30-year-old game now. And like, I'd be happy enough to play it on the older graphics because I did play it on the older graphics for a long time. No, I want that back. So like, a game having shitty graphics is not going to stop me from playing it. It just depends on how other people feel about it. But I feel like if I really enjoy this, there's got to be other people out there that also feel the same way about the game, you know? That actually miss some of the old stuff and enjoy some of the old mechanics and stuff. So, yeah, fuck it. I'll play it. So did 1.0 release is a downgrade compared to the older versions? Depends on your perspective of the game. 1.0 release feels more like a RNG game with like objectives and mini quests and shit like that, whereas the previous alphas, like we'll just go like 1.0 is a release versus the alphas, right? So the alphas are a sandbox where you can do whatever the fuck you want, and that you can go and do some quests with the traders if you want, but it's not a major part of the game to exist and expand on and stuff. 1.0 released, they took away, where is my character? They took away, oh my god, I forgot what she looked like. Oh, good. Okay, so 1.0 released like a smoother, more updated person model and stuff like that you could customize more freely. God, she's horrifying. They took away all of these and they gave you 4 sorts of armor. So you can have like a chest piece armor, you can have hands, you can have legs and feet, and I think a hat, right? So you can't customize that sort of stuff. They brought in, for 2.0, they brought in a DLC for the stuff that they seem to have not got finished in time for the release. I might just wear that for a moment. There we go. What else did they do? They brought in, where's skills? They brought in another book here. So you know how you got your perk books and there's like about 100 books that you could read across the whole thing? They brought in these perks, and the idea with the perks is that, say, I want to make a stone hammer, a stone axe thing, right? And I've got a level 2 right here. So I have to go and find a magazine that upgrades my tools so that I can make a level 3 stone axe. And then I have to find more to be able to get a level 4 and a level 5 and a 6. And then once I've completed that, you know, that I'll get more books, more magazines, and then I'll be able to make, you know, maybe a proper hammer, a level 1 hammer and stuff. And then, you know, once you've read nearly 100 of them, you might be able to make a nail gun or something. But the game itself also limits a lot of stuff. So, like, you know how I found a level 3 hammer here? And I've got, like, a level 2 stone axe, and I found a fucking auger. I've had a fucking auger. Like, you can't find those in the release. You can't make them for half the game. I don't think you can even make the benches for half the game. Like, some of them. Like, the chem station took me ages last time. You can color your bedrolls now, so that's a thing. Like, yeah, it's kind of more skewed towards, like, you have to go and find magazines and stuff like that to be able to upgrade, to be able to build and stuff like that. Like, if I want to build a stone axe, I can build a stone axe. But I can only make a level 2, but there's a chance I'll find a better one. Stuff like that. I think they don't really want you to build as much, it seems like, or they don't want you to have, like, the bases where you kind of choose it. I don't use those anyway, but, like, even just a standard building is becoming fucking next to impossible to use. What else did they do? They changed, like, all the vehicle sort of designs, graphics sort of things, sound effects. They changed some of the... I think they changed some of the damage of some of the zombies in the certain areas and stuff. 2.0 has brought it out where if I was in, say, this wasteland area, I would be dealing with radiation within about a minute. I think it's 30 seconds to a minute within going into an area. And which is fine. I know there were radiated areas that used to exist in the older 7As, which is cool. I used to like when you used to get too far into the wastelands and you go into the area that had the fucking nuke dropped on it and you would be getting irradiated. It was great. But they sort of wiped that out. Also, it looks like it's almost morning too, so I should be able to go down soon. But, like, I don't even mind the fact that for the first night, I actually had to just, oh, fuck that. I had to shelter up on a roof. You know, that's very old classic shit. I kind of want to shoot the bear, but I also don't want to deal with that. They also have 2 sizes of bears now. Well, actually, they technically have 3. They also have more wild animals and crap like that. Different, what do you call it? Different visual models of them and stuff. Which is neither here nor there and whatever. But, yeah, no. Oh, I forgot that it does that. Oh my god, I love it. Is it going to go back one more time? I forgot. Oh, it's magnificent. Oh, I can't even pick these up. Wait, can I pick up this one? Yeah, I can. Okay, so there's somebody coming through that wall. Sorry, I'm just... I forgot that you could do that. Like little shit like that, I just enjoy, you know? Now there was a bear over here, and I probably should have sorted this out before I got down on the ground, but where do I want to go? Probably back out towards the desert, realistically, because I know where I am. That way. Alright. And there's a fucking bird coming again. How close are you, mate? Good. No, let's keep going in the right direction. Whoa. There should be a lot of just random explosives around here too. It should be really hard to navigate. They also cleaned up the wastelands a bit in 2.0. They removed a lot of this, like, land litter stuff that you see just around the place that makes it impossible to drive. In the wastelands, they cleared away a lot of that. Which, like, I don't mind that there isn't as much rubble. I kind of just feel like there should be, like, rubble like this near a partially deconstructed building. Like, if you blow up that building's edge, there should be, like, rubble around it. And maybe not for a while, you know? That's just my opinions on that. I see the desert out here. So surprised and confused why the developer did not put 7 Days to Die on sale when it was, like, a zombie-themed sale. There were all other popular zombie games on that sale. Probably if it was really close to when they released the 1.0, they wouldn't have probably put it on sale. They put it on sale before it, and I remember reading something about it. It was something to do with they could offer a sale 30 days before they increased the price, but anything less than that, and they're not allowed to, because it's like gouging or some shit like that. But then when they were putting it on console, I think because they were going to put it on sale, I think it was on sale on PC, but it wasn't going to be on console because console was sold for full price for release, because they had to get the licensing to put it back on the console with the new version and shit. I think that was their problem with it, but I don't know for certain. I know that there was reasons why they fucked around with the sale and stuff. Now it's on sale though. See, that, I guess because they haven't technically done anything to it. Like, they've changed some things in the game, but they haven't added it to like a different platform or anything like that. Plus, they also wanted to drop out the DLCs. So my guess is if they put the DLCs on sale and they put the game on sale, it might cause some people to buy them as a bundle, maybe. Because I did see a few people, at least on Reddit, that were new to 7 Days to Die, and they're like, you know, I just got the game and all the DLCs and stuff like that, and all they keep hearing is negative shit about the game, and it's like, mate, if you knew what the DLCs did and didn't do, like, they're, I don't know, in my opinion, not worth it. But, you know, each of their own if they want a specific outfit. But I feel like the really heavy-duty armor and stuff that they have in that one should act as heavy-duty armor, but it's supposed to not and stuff. Like, I understand the other ones are cosmetic, purely cosmetic, but yeah, the one that looks like genuine heavy armor should be heavy armor. Like, I'm out in the desert at the moment, and I'm not dealing with it too bad. When it gets to midday, my person, or, well, truthfully, I do have the little jacket, so until the jacket goes away, I shouldn't be affected by the heat out here, but I'm getting XP from everything, so that is nice. The other thing too is 1.0 and beyond, you need to use tools to gather seeds. Like if I walk over here and I hit this aloe vera, I got 1 aloe vera, but in the 1.0, if I did that with, say, I don't know, if I used, actually here's a question, when using arrows, does it harvest? I don't think it will, but like, just out of interest. No. Alright, that's fine. I was just curious because I'm like, arrows definitely shouldn't. Oh, you know what I can do with this version too? Holy shit, hold on. Give me a spear. I just remembered a thing that existed. I know I like skipped past all like the introductory where you go in and you deal with like the letter and shit, but give me this. Oh my god, I can spear things! Oh my god, I can't do that. I can't do that in the newer version. And this is something that I miss so dearly because I used to use spears to hunt and they were great. They were a genuine actual fucking weapon. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Anyway, let's keep walking sort of out of here because I think I want to kind of head, where is that? That way. Alright. Not sure if you played, but Scum is also